Get rich fast with csgofast.com.
DreamHack Masters Las Vegas Day 3 has kicked off with Nurse grabbing a spot in the playoffs from their first match for the first series here at the MGM Grand. Now, I think we have to start with aizy coming into the team. Why do you think you decided to go for the change from Rubino to aizy, and what do you think he will offer?
I think aizy picked to join us basically because he wanted to go back to the Danish. He wanted to communicate in Danish, and I also just think that the social aspect meant a lot for him, and probably also because he know we can do a lot of damage with him.
What do you think you will be changing for him? Obviously, he is kind of a different player to Rubino. I guess he will require more freedom. Do you see it the same way?
Not really, because we have switched up some roles, so it's basically aizy going with me as T. We are taking map control, and Config is playing Rubino's role. So I give everyone freedom unless it's the structured way. So we have different ways we can approach the game, and I don't think that he needs freedom, because when we were wrecking people with him, like getting 40 bombs and we still lost, it was not freedom, it was still structured. So yeah.
Now you've already played with this lineup before, obviously at the regional finals, where you grabbed the title after all. Even though it was a kind of a smaller tournament, I'm sure it helped you maybe get used to the change quicker.
Not really, because we didn't practice or anything. It was more like on the flow at that tournament, and we changed the roles completely. We changed CT sites also, so it's not the same at all. But I think we got a good practice amount in before the tournament, and I have never felt so confident on so many maps with a team on such a short time.
Now, talking about so many maps, obviously the first map you played was Inferno, the new one in the pool. Why did you opt to go for that? Because obviously with Optic there are more possibilities.
We chose because we basically felt confident on it, and we wanted to play the Inferno. So if we won it, people would be afraid of Inferno, and we would play the 5 maps that we are really, really strong on.
So like the mind game, right?
Yeah, it was a mind game, and we are still ready to play it. I think we're gonna play it in some best of threes, and I think we can do so much better now, because we tried it in official, and we fixed mistakes, and we know what to do next. So I think it was a perfect thing for us. We were not afraid of going out, because we had complexity in a best of 1, and we knew in a best of 3 we felt like we could win.
Now, yeah, talking about that, the second best, the second basically the rematch with Opti, that was a super one-sided battle. You even had a very good performance on Nuke on the first map. Yeah, anything about Optic that you maybe figured out, or just why do you think it was so easy?
Going into Nuke, we felt confident. We watched some demos, and it felt like we had super control of what they were doing. Also, just the fact that we are a super good Nuke team. We have good rotations, and I think we have everything figured out. So we never felt like it was their game, and yeah, it was just easy.
Easy.
But on couple, I would say that we were more like afraid of it, because we have had some bad games on couple, and also in practice it has been like up and down. And they are a really good couple team as well, but we got the momentum rolling as CT. We also figured them out as T, and it just felt like we had control of it.
Now I want to go back to Inferno as the new map in the map pool. Obviously, there have been quite significant changes. Do you think that? Well, first of all, what do you think of the map overall? What do you think about the changes?
I think the map needs some redoing. I love Inferno, and I love how the map is, but I think like the banana is way too wide, and I generally don't like the banana. It needs some changing. I don't know what, but it feels like too open. You can stand in slope and just spot up the car, or the old car.
Yeah.
I think it needs some, yeah.
Do you think there's any space for innovation? Do you think at some point it will be played differently to the old Inferno? Because now I feel like people are still and teams are still playing it the same way as they did the old one.
I don't think it needs so much innovation. It's a great map. I just think it needed new graphics, and it got it. And I just think they need to change a bit, and then it will be a good map. And the old map honestly was great. I just it was basically just the time that everyone could smoke everything off, but you can't anymore with the new round time. So I just think it needs a little bit of redoing on Banana, and then it will be good.
Now, I want to also talk about the other teams that have made changes. I guess SK, Fnatic, and G2 being the most prominent ones. G2 obviously not here, so we're gonna have to wait for, I think, Katowice before we get to see them. But yeah, what do you think about mainly those three teams that have made changes, and who do you think will be able to do well, maybe right from the start?
I think SK, of course, is gonna do really well. Fallen is a good leader, and he knows how to adapt his players, and he knows how to build a team. So I think it would be easiest for them. Fnatic, I think they are thinking it too easy, that they can just go back and be dominant. Yeah. Maybe they can if they get confidence and so on, but I think it's a different game than when they were really good. And I feel kind of the same with G2. I think they have a lot of superstars and they have really good individual players, but in my opinion, Shox should not be calling. It should be someone else, and it's not about him being bad. He's an insane player. I just think he's not should call.
Do you think he does make for a good leader, or why do you think that?
I think he's good at setting up himself and being really good individual, but I don't think he's good at setting up other players so they can be really good. He has so many players that are insanely good and can think of their own and so on, but I think they need like a system and so on.
Well, thank you very much, and good luck in the playoffs that you're going to play tomorrow. I think we're going to come back later today with some more interviews. From DreamHack Masters Las Vegas Day 3, we have the decider games going on VP Fnatic right now. So, yeah, stay tuned to HLTV.org.